the 7 best investment classic cars of 2025. Let's check them out. Let's start with the 61 through 64 Jaguar E-Type. It's a masterpiece of design and performance, often regarded as one of the most beautiful cars ever made. Here are some key reasons why it remains a sought-after classic. It's a timeless design. Designed by Malcolm Sayer, the E-Type features sleek curves, a long bonnet, and an aggressive yet elegant stance. Enzo Ferrari famously called it the most beautiful car ever made. The performance. It's powered by a 3.8-liter inline-6 engine. It delivers 265 horsepower and a top speed of 150 miles an hour. It has exceptional handling and performance with independent rear suspension, a rarity in its era. Equipped with disc brakes on all 4 wheels, a pioneering feature for the time. Let's talk rarity and collectability. The early Series 1 models, particularly those from 61 through 64, are highly prized due to the purity of design. Covered headlights and toggle switches on the dashboard make the earlier models unique. It had limited production numbers that ensure strong demand among collectors. Driving experience. It's lightweight and nimble, offering a visceral driving experience. Its exhaust note is a symphony of British engineering. Values of early E-Types have consistently appreciated over the years. A well-maintained or restored example could command a premium price. There are numerous restoration shops that can bring even neglected examples back to life. Things to look for before buying these. Check for rust, especially in the floors, sills, and rear subframe mounts. Ensure that the engine is in good condition, as rebuilds can be very expensive. Verify the car's authenticity and matching numbers, chassis, engine, and gearbox. Originality and proper restoration are key for maintaining value. The value range, number 1 is $260,000, number 2, $182,800, number 3, $81,000, number 4, $60,300. The next vehicle is the 1984 through 90 Ford Bronco 2. The Ford Bronco 2 is a compact SUV that has been gaining attention among enthusiasts and collectors for its unique blend of ruggedness, versatility, and vintage charm. Here's why it's worth considering. Its compact and versatile design, the Bronco 2 is smaller than the full-size Bronco, making it ideal for city driving and tight trails. Its compact dimensions and short wheelbase provide excellent maneuverability off-road. Available in both 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive configurations. Its classic 1980s aesthetic. The Bronco 2 has a distinct 1980s design with boxy lines, retro styling, and bold 2-tone paint options. Its iconic profile, especially with large tires and period-correct accessories, appeals to the collectors looking for authentic vintage SUVs. Equipped with a rugged body-on-frame construction and optional 4-wheel drive, it can handle a variety of terrains. Affordable entry point. Compared to the larger Bronco and other vintage SUVs like the Toyota Land Cruiser or Jeep CJ, the Bronco 2 remains relatively affordable. Rising interest in vintage SUVs suggests its value could increase over time. For the fans of the 1980s and 90 vehicles, the Bronco 2 captures the essence of the era. Often featured in pop culture and beloved by enthusiasts who grew up around its rugged charm. Key features to look for. The engines initially came with a 2.8-liter V6, later upgraded to the more reliable 2.9 V6. Look for a well-maintained or rebuilt engine, as the early models had issues with reliability. The transmission is offered in both manual and automatic. Manuals are often preferred for off-road enthusiasts. Check for common areas of rust, which are in the wheel wells, floor pans, and rocker panels. Check its maintenance history. Regular maintenance is crucial, especially for the cooling system, as overheating could lead to engine issues. The value of this, the number 1 value in great condition, is $26,300. In number 2, $15,500. Number 3 value is $8,000, and number 4, $2,600. Next, we have the 1978 through 83 Datsun 280ZX. The Datsun 280 is making waves in the classic car market and has landed on the bull market's list for 2025 due to its increasing desirability among collectors and enthusiasts. Here's why this iconic Japanese sports car is gaining momentum. The 280ZX represents a critical evolution in the Z car lineage, blending the raw sportiness of the 240 and the 260 with added comfort and refinement. It was designed to appeal to a broader audience, combining sports car performance with features that made it capable for grand tourer. Japanese cars from the late 70s and early 80s are seeing a surge in collectability as enthusiasts recognize their historical significance. The 280ZX is often seen as an affordable alternative to earlier Z models like the 240Z, which have skyrocketed in value. The 280Z Turbo, introduced in '81, was one of the first Japanese cars to offer turbocharging, delivering 180 horsepower, a significant jump from its naturally aspirated counterpart. Turbo models are particularly sought after for their performance and place in the early days of turbo technology. Its iconic wedge-shaped design and period-specific details make it stand out in a sea of modern sports cars. Two-tone paint schemes and T-top roof options include 80s flair, which is increasingly in demand. As earlier Z cars become financially out of reach, the 280Z offers an entry point into the C car legacy. It retains its rear-wheel drive fun for its predecessors while introducing modernized suspension and creature comforts. There are plenty of clubs and forums that could provide a great network for owners and buyers. What to look for? Rust. Check the floor, frame rails, as rust is common in these areas. The turbocharged versions command a premium and are more collectible. Cars with factory original paint, interiors, and mechanicals are highly valued. And of course, manual transmission. Enthusiasts generally prefer manual over automatic transmissions for driving. Let's go to the values. The highest value, number 1, is $70,400. Number 2, $32,800. Number 3, $12,500. And number 4, $5,500. Next is the 1961 through 72 Volvo P1800 Coupe. The P1800 Coupe is a classic car icon that has steadily climbed in desirability and value, earning its spot on many collectors' radars and bull market lists. Here's why it's a compelling choice for enthusiasts and why demand is set to grow. The Volvo P1800's design is a collaboration between Volvo and Italian designer Pelle Peterson. It features curvaceous bodywork, distinctive cow horn bumpers on early models, and classic proportions that exclude the 1960s sophistication. Its unique blend of European sports car flair and Scandinavian minimalism sets it apart. The P1800 was built with Volvo's reputation for rugged reliability, making it a practical choice for a vintage car. The classic car enthusiasts value the P1800 as an affordable alternative to contemporaries like the Jaguar E-Type or Porsche 356, offering similar style and charm at a fraction of the cost. As prices for more well-known European classics soar, the P1800 is gaining attention as a sleeper investment. It was powered by a robust B18 and later a B20 inline-4 engine. It offers dependable performance with outputs ranging from 100 to 130 horsepower. It was paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox, often with overdrive. It provides a smooth and engaging driving experience. Nimble handling and a comfortable ride make it suitable for both spirited drives and long-distance touring. Prices for well-maintained P1800s, especially Jensen models or pristine examples, have been steadily increasing. Its rarity, only about 47,000 coupes were built, contributes to its value appreciation. It's prone to rust, especially in the rocker panels, floor pans, and wheel arches. Thorough inspections are essential. Original paint, interiors, mechanicals add significant value, especially in Jensen-built models. Let's start with the values. The highest value is $77,000. Number 2 is $44,200. Number 3, $26,800. And number 4, $4,600. Now we have the 76 through 89 Ferrari 400 or 412. This series is gaining recognition among enthusiast collectors as an underrated, stylish, and practical grand tourer. Here's why these models are becoming increasingly desirable. Its timeless design. The clean, understated lines, pop-up headlights, and subtle Ferrari badging made it a stealthy classic for those who value sophistication over flash. It's powered by Ferrari's legendary Colombo 4.8-liter or 4.9-liter for the 412 V12 engines. These cars deliver effortless performance and smooth driving experience. The engine produces between 310 and 340 horsepower, depending on the model, providing impressive power for long-distance cruising. Paired with a robust 5-speed manual or an optional GM-derived 3-speed automatic, the first Ferrari to offer an automatic, the 400 and 412 cater to both traditionalists and those seeking comfort. Historically overshadowed by Ferrari's mid-engine superstars, the 400 and 412 were seen as the gentleman's Ferraris, aimed at a niche market. The 400 and 412 were produced in limited numbers, with only about 2,900 examples made across all variants during their production run. As a result, they're rarer than many other classic Ferraris, enhancing their appeal to collectors. The 400 and 412 is a 2+2 coupe with enough space for 4 passengers, though the rear seats are better suited for short trips or luggage. Luxurious leather interiors, air conditioning, and power features make it a comfortable choice for long journeys. As Ferrari prices continue to rise across the board, the 400 and 412 remain some of the last relatively affordable vintage V12 Ferraris. Interest in the hidden gem Ferraris have been growing, and these models are poised for value appreciation. Things to consider: maintenance costs. The V12 engine and complex system require specialty care, making maintenance and repairs are expensive. Ensure that the car has a solid service history. Check for rust in the wheel wells, door sills, and underbody. Originality and a complete service history significantly impacts the car's value. Some parts are hard to find and costly, but an active enthusiast community helps with sourcing and advice. The highest value comes in at $82,800, number 2, $59,900, number 3, $44,400, and lastly number 4 at $32,000. The 1997 through 2001 Honda Prelude. This is the 5th and final generation of Honda's iconic sports coupe. It has earned a spot on the bull market's list for 2025 thanks to its rising collectability and growing appreciation amongst enthusiasts. Here's why this underappreciated gem is gaining momentum. Its timeless design. The 5th generation Prelude features clean, understated lines with a balanced and aerodynamic shape. The frameless windows, low slug stands, and minimalistic styling embodies the late 1990s Japanese design. Honda's attention to detail give it a timeless appeal that stands out even today. Powered by Honda's legendary 2.2 VTEC engine delivering 195 to 200 horsepower, it is a high-revving, naturally aspirated masterpiece. The VTEC system provides a thrilling power band, combining smooth low-end torque with an exhilarating top-end rush. The balanced chassis, double wishbone suspension, and precise steering offer superb handling, making it a joy to drive on a twisty road. Overshadowed by Honda's own Civic Si, Integra, and S2000, the Prelude flew under the radar during its production years. Its relatively obscurity and rarity, particularly amongst well-maintained examples, now make it a highly desirable choice amongst collectors looking for a standout Japanese classic. The 1990s Japanese cars are experiencing a surge in collectability due to their analog driving experiences and mechanical simplicity. The Prelude, with its sporty character and Honda reliability, fits perfectly into the wave of nostalgia. The Prelude is positioned as a sleeper investment. What to look for? The condition. Well-maintained examples with minimal modifications are becoming harder to find. Check the wheel wells, underbody, and door edges for rust, especially in the areas with harsh winters. Make sure the transmission system is working properly, as repairs can be costly. Many Preludes were modified or abused by their youth. Stock examples are much more desirable. Pay attention to the condition of the seats and dashboard, as replacement parts are limited. Now for the value. Coming in at number 1 at $25,400, number 2, $17,400, number 3, $8,800, and number 4 at $6,100. And lastly, the 1981 through 83 DeLorean DMC2. The DeLorean is an iconic car that has secured its place in automotive history and pop culture. It has landed on the bull market's list for 2025 due to growing recognition of its unique appeal, rarity, and collectability. The stainless steel body and gull-wing doors remain instantly recognizable and futuristic even today. Its clean angular lines and brushed metal finish make it one of the most distinctive cars ever produced. Immortalized as the time machine in Back to the Future, one of my favorite movies, the DeLorean enjoys enduring cultural significance. For many collectors, owning a DeLorean means owning a piece of cinematic history, increasing its desirability. The 1980s have seen a revival in pop culture, boosting interest in cars from the era. The DeLorean is a quintessential symbol of 1980s style and innovation. Only about 9,000 DMC-12s were produced before the DeLorean Motor Company's collapse, with fewer than 6,500 believed to survive today. Its limited production adds to the exclusivity and collectability. Once dismissed for its underwhelming performance, the DeLorean is now appreciated as a collector's car for its design, history, and pop culture ties. As a younger generation seeks unique and storied vehicles, the DeLorean's market appeal continues to grow. It was powered by a 2.85-liter Peugeot Renault Volvo V6. It produced 130 horsepower, which is modest but sufficient for enjoyable cruising. Its rear-engine, rear-wheel drive layout provides balanced handling, though performance enthusiasts often upgrade or tune the engine for more power. Check the frame condition. The stainless steel panels are durable, but its steel chassis is prone to rust. Inspect the undercarriage thoroughly. Cars with original panels, unmodified interiors, and factory specs are most valuable. Ensure the PRV V6 engine and Renault-sourced transmission, manual or automatic, are in good working condition. Early DeLoreans are known for electrical gremlins, so check all switches, lights, and electronics. Cars with detailed service records are more desirable. Let's look at the value. The highest value is $101,000. Number 2, $75,100. Number 3, $52,300. And lastly, $34,500.